Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planethead. Uh, we are moving in on day, I want to say 60, um, somewhere in that range. Kind of hitting a little bit of an inflection point today. Actually, kind of hit it yesterday, and um, gonna move on from that. Uh, uh, Best way for me to put it is I did, if you notice here, I am in my pod right now. Um, I died in my mauler. No worries about that. Um, I was doing really, really well. I was producing some good ISK. Actually, I think I got it here. Just passively, not passively, but quietly, just doing about 5 million to 4 to 5 million ISK per 20 minutes there, and having some good times with it. As always, push things a little bit too as far as my moving around, and then did something really dumb. Well, let's just pull it up here. And it made me have to think about um, what my priorities are and what I want to do next. Because I could very easily just build another mauler and keep doing what I was doing, which I want to keep doing. Um, but this is going to sound really weird. I don't know if it's going to sound weird. As soon as I died, and you die, and you're either going to grab another ship and go out, or you just turn off your thing and go eat something. That's what I did. Um, and I said good fight to the guy, and he said good fight to me. It really wasn't a good fight. I got my butt kicked. Um, and something in my head went, wow, I just created really good content for three guys. And that's cool, except I didn't get any content out of it because I didn't follow my own rules and my own thing about doing anything and focusing on having fun or or knowing how to do things out here. And what happened was I was hanging out in this area here, doing some ratting and stuff like that, and to be honest with you, got a little bit bored. I had just gotten my fourth out of five modulated laser guns, which I was very happy about. So my DPS was almost up to 300 per second. Still had some room to work there. And I was just kind of just killing some stuff, jumping in when people would come into the system. I'd dock up or I'd go to a safe spot, play my normal game. But to be honest, I was a little bored. So I was like, okay, what do I want to do? So I started scouting out different areas to look around. And I already knew that this was kind of inhabited down here. I was looking up here. And one thing I look for are amount of jumps. And I was thinking, well, what am I lacking right now? I'm lacking the ability to get items that I really want to try out, and B, when I do get the blueprints for those items, being able to research them and make them better and really use my bang for the buck. So I started looking here in different areas as far as if you pull up a system, it'll tell you how many jumps are there. Um, and if you notice, like in this system here, it has up to 50 jumps per hour. Um, Over here, down here, we'll just check this one out. Now it's only got 5 to 6, but notice it is an end area here. So you really got to check all of these. Now you're up to 15, and you have to go through 1H to get there. So now you're up to 25. So, okay. Um, and then you've also got to get down through here. So I started looking around all these different spots. I did remember that I had been up to ZG8 a while back, and I was like, I wonder what it's like over there right now. Pulled it up. If you notice here, very few jumps in and out. But again, you got to go through this stuff. So I decided, why not? I'll just fly right down this way. I've been down this way before. Just got to be a little bit careful, and we'll see what's going on. So I got all the way down to, I want to say it was ATAC G or 4J9, and using my rules and things, I did. I was using my safe spots. I know guys for systems in system. Um, And I think it was in 4J9 here. Actually, I can tell you right now. I'll just go to my kill spot because I remember what happened. Kill report. Kill, 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 kill. Interactions. Combat log. Where did I die? There's my Mauler. Died in A Tech G. Okay, that makes sense. So let's get on back over here. So I died in A Tech G. So I was in 4J9, and I noticed a disruptor, a warp bubble on this gate. So I didn't go to it. Did the first thing right. And when I went through A Tech G here, I noticed a guy in system, and I was being pretty safe. When I came into 4J9, I warped to my safe spot, and I noticed that guy came in with me. There was another guy there as well. And so whenever I looked at this gate here, there was a, if I remember correctly, it was a battle cruiser on the gate with a warp disruption bubble, which was going to drag me if I went there. So I was being smart. Boo, 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 boo. And then I noticed the other guy was in an Astero. Now I was looking for my combat probes, moving around. I made up 4 or 5 save spots. Done this 1,000 times. And they were moving back and forth. I know they could see me on directional scanning, but they were trying to either see, maybe track me down that way. I did not see any combat probes, but there is a way that you have to be really, really, really good at scanning, but I've seen it before years and years ago, so this is not something new, of combat probing. You can't just sit in one spot, because what somebody can do is they can set up their combat probes, scan an area, and get those combat probes right away. So unless you're hitting your D-scan all the time, you're not going to see them. So I always keep moving. And as you've seen me in the past, I thought, and this went on for about 10 minutes or so, and they weren't leaving, but I wasn't dying, I was doing well. And I was directional scanning gates, and smart me would have just logged off, as I normally have. Logged off for 15, 20 minutes, go play another character, or move some stuff around, or go get something to eat. But bored me, and this is the most important part. The bored part of me went, maybe I can get out of here. Maybe I can go back the way I came. And so I went jumping through. So I waited, kept my directional scanning at the gate for A Tac G, and suddenly nobody was on it. So I thought, I'm going to go for that. And I went jumping through it. Now I'm having fun. I'm, in a way. And as soon as I went through, there was a third guy on the opposite side of the gate who bubbled it up and actually killed me. Now, I could have gone back to the gate. Number one, I made a mistake. I just saw cruiser. I didn't look to see what type of cruiser he was. I was stupid. The second thing was I instantaneously, thinking cruiser and thinking, I've got some good damage here. Maybe I can kill him. That's stupid. I'm an alpha pilot with barely 2 million skill points going up against a group of guys. So that would not have helped me. And it was a saber, which I'm sure he's tanked. And then as soon as I fired my guns at him and locked him up and fired my guns at him, the gate wouldn't let me back through. So now I'm locked there. Basic mistakes. All I had to do was try to get back through that gate. Now, would I have died getting back through it? Maybe I would have gotten through fast enough that his friends wouldn't have gotten there. But now I'm stuck and I died. So what did I come from that? Well, I was content for 3 guys. They're talking about, I don't know if they're talking about it. They probably do this all the time. But I wasn't, it wasn't very much fun for me. It was a little bit fun dodging, but I've done that in the past. So basically, I was creating content for them, and that's what my general gist was over the rest of the night. You think about stuff. I went to boot it back up later on and didn't really feel like playing. And, I think that's where a negative comes in. There are ways that you can make content for both you and them. Have a good fight. We said good fight at the end of it. It wasn't a good fight for me. And then I really thought about the last week or so playing out here in Stain. And make a long story short, I've been learning and flying, but my learning has kind of plateaued as to what I can do out here. So now I'm past that learning stage and getting a little bit bored and making mistakes. So my actual thought is that I might start moving back into high sec to one of my ultimate destinations that I want to get to when I get to 100 days. And so part of the next couple of days will be me documenting the move. What I'm going to have to do. I have the stuff to do it. I brought out and the question is, what do I leave out here too? Because I'm not saying I don't want to come back here, but what I want to do is to get important stuff out and move to an area that I played in the past, that I've liked in the past, and have a little bit more interaction with other players. Right now, all I'm doing is dodging basically two major, maybe three major factions that live out here. Most of them seem to be Russian, so I don't have any way to contact them. I think they're all Russian. Then I've got random pirates that are trying to kill me, and then random explorers who are trying to take the loot before I get to the stuff. So I've learned a ton out here, but the next couple of days, what I'm going to be doing is using my magnet to try to find wormholes out, and slowly get some of this stuff out and move to my next destination, which I've got a general gist of where I want to go because it will help me whenever I do go full Omega in 40 days. Plus, it will also help me with bringing some of my old characters back that I used to play with years and years ago because as I've been going through them, they're stationed kind of in that general area. And maybe use some of that next 40 days to get a little bit of interaction with some other players and maybe start something. So this has really interested me. So I think I've run my little bit of a gambit here in Stain as an alpha. Not saying I don't think I want to come back. I think if I were to come back, I'd probably want to come back as maybe a group or to do something different. But I want to move on to that next stage. So if you see my videos change anytime soon, that'll be what I'm doing. I may throw some extra ones on their way. But I just want to jump out there and let you guys know what the next ones will be. And if any of you have any ideas, any thoughts, please just feel free to let me know. You can either message me in game at Jeremiah Johnson 72, or you can contact me via the YouTube message comment section. I'd be happy to get back in touch with you. Alrighty, you guys fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however you want. I got a slow roast and beef thing in the slow roaster that's been in there for 6 hours that I'm about to pull out and be super happy. And I'm going to play some more later on tonight. Alrighty, have a good one and see you later. Bye bye.